Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina and today is going to be my Pan That Palette for 2023 update for February. So if you're new to my channel, then you probably don't know, but this year I am doing the Storybook Cosmetics Little Red Riding Hood palette for my Pan That palette this year. I am trying to completely finish this, like not just hit pan, I want to completely finish these eyeshadows. There are only 6 shades in here, and for the most part, so far, it's been relatively easy. Now, I always say that hitting pan on eyeshadows is way easier than finishing them, so far it's been easy because hitting pan has turned out to be really easy. I have a feeling I'm still in for a full year long haul kind of thing. Here is a brief overview of the palette for you guys. We will be getting into this now. How I keep track of this and how I tell you guys how I'm doing is I tally for every time I use it and we take progress pictures. So I'll be telling you my numbers today as well as showing you progress pictures, and that's basically it. Since there's only 6 shadows, these are pretty quick videos, so let's just go ahead and jump into this. So I have my bullet journal, which is where I keep all of my tallies. If you haven't seen me making my bullet journal, I will link my other channel down below. One of my yearly goals is to grow my journaling channel and my book channel. I'll have that link down below in case you guys want to see it, but otherwise let's jump into this. So the first shade on this palette is red, which of course is a red. It's a slightly shimmery shade, and it's actually what I'm wearing as my blush today. It's a really pretty blush. In total, I've used it 3 times in February. Every single one of those times was blush, and today is one of those 3. So that brings the yearly total to 8 uses, which isn't a ton for the year so far. It's definitely the lowest used shadow so far. Both of the reds are the lowest. So I definitely need to make this a focus shade next month. So I think for next month, I would like to try and use it 10 times, which I know is a lot, but even if I'm just wearing it as blush, I think I'll be pretty satisfied with 10 uses. So in March, I would like to use the red shade 10 times because so far it is showing the least amount of progress and it is used the least out of all of them. Second shade is Bad Wolf, and in February I used it 5 times, which isn't too much, but I didn't use it as much in February as I did in January. January I used it 12 times, so brings my yearly total to 17 uses, that's pretty good, honestly. This one is starting to show a dip, so it is definitely showing that I've used it, which is good. It's not as big of a dip as some of my other ones, but still pretty decent, and for only 2 months in, I'm pretty satisfied with that. I don't think I'll make this one a focus shade next month because I think towards like the winter months again, like once we come back towards winter and fall especially, I'll probably be more interested in using this one. Also lately I've been trying to do less intricate eye looks because I don't have a lot of time in the morning to do them, so it's usually limited to 3 shadows, and I find this one I like better if I'm doing like a smoky eye look. And then I'll throw that in my lash line, and I really like how that looks. After that is Basket, and Basket I'm pretty sure we hit pan last month, and I'm just slowly expanding the pan at this point. In February I used it 8 times, bringing the yearly total so far to 26 uses. So this one has a good bit of use for the 2 months, and I am really happy with the progress. The pan has slowly expanded in there and is looking good. I definitely used it less, obviously, this past month than I did in January because I was using other things for my liner, and I was using a lot more secondary palettes. So I'm gonna take this moment to show you guys, along with this palette, I was actually able to dabble into a lot more of my eyeshadows. And I mentioned this last month in my update that sometimes when I do pan that palette, I feel really stuck to using that palette because they typically have so many shades that I don't feel like I need to supplement. But in February, I got to supplement with 4 different palettes. So I'm gonna show you guys the 4 palettes that I used. One of them I used today as well, and that was the BH Cosmetics Switzerland palette. This one was a really good companion palette to this. I used the black for my liner today, which is why I haven't been dipping into the brown for my liner as much because I've been using that to darken up my outer V. I am wearing it today, the brown from the palette. And then I used black here and this shimmer shade on my lid. Worked really well. I also got to play with some purples this past month. So I used my Frankenwinkle, my Franken Periwinkle palette. This is all Franken shadows in here. And then I used the ColourPop, what is this one? Cashmere Forever, this purple palette. I used this one as well with it this past month, just to give myself a little pop of purple a couple times, which was a lot of fun to do. And then I was really happy. I also got to play with my Urban Decay Born to Run this past month. Now I have been trying to take eye look pictures for you guys. I was really bad about it this past month. This past month I haven't been in a great place. I was thinking about making a video talking about it, but I just haven't got around to doing that either. Just to kind of explain why I think I've probably seemed off in the last couple of weeks. But yeah, February was a really off month for me. So I didn't end up taking a lot of eye look pictures of when I would do my makeup, but I did create a good many looks using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette and my Pan That palette together. Mainly using like the browns to deepen things up. I did a really pretty like simple brown eye look one day, and I felt so pretty and confident in it, and it was a good day. And I remember telling myself, oh, I need to take a picture of this eye look, and then I never got around to it. So I promise for next month, the focus will be taking eye look pictures again. I did pretty good last month, but I'm hoping I kind of can get my headspace back into doing this again. We all have bad months. So this past month was mine, and I'm hoping to get back on track. So those were the supplemental palettes. I probably should have did that at the beginning or the end, but I felt like that was a nice moment to do it. Moving back into my eyeshadows, Peril is the other shimmery red. This is the darker red out of the two, and I ended up using this one 5 times in the past month, bringing my yearly total to 8 uses. So I think I made this one a focus shade. I did end up using it more than I did in January. It still wasn't that much. I do find that I have a hard time with this one, and it has really bad fallout. So the times I used it, I would try and make sure I do my eye makeup first, which isn't typically how I do it. I like my face to kind of be together before I do my eyeshadow, because for some reason it just always looks really weird to me when I do my eyeshadow first, and I feel like it always looks better if I do it the other way. But that's just me. That's just how I like to do it. So I do have a hard time using this one because I find that the fallout is pretty damning. You know, like it doesn't wipe off very easily. It streaks pretty badly. So it's a harder shadow to use. I wonder if I could use this one as a blush as well. I may try that next month, but I think the reds are gonna be my focus shades for next month. 10 uses out of each of them will be the goal. Maybe I can use both of them as a blush. We'll see. And then moving into my final two. So Journey, as you guys can see, now also has pan in it. I'm pretty sure this one didn't have pan in it yet. And I think I said the bottom two, I was pretty sure they would both have pan. And Journey definitely does. Journey's pan is as big as Basket's, which Basket had a pan last month. And yeah, we already have it in Journey. Journey I ended up using 8 times in the past month, bringing the yearly total to 24 uses. So not that many uses before we hit pan on it. Like these pans are so shallow, it is shocking. So like I said, I don't think it's gonna be hard to hit pan on these. I think still finishing them is gonna be difficult because I hit pan quickly, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna use the entire thing quickly. And the pans aren't expanding like extremely fast. Maybe faster than other shadows, but not extremely. So I still think I got work to do. But yeah, I was shocked when I hit pan on it. I think I hit pan on it like 3 days after I filmed my last update, and I was like, wow, that was fast. Woods is the next shade, and it will definitely be the next shade to have pan on it. I thought I was gonna hit pan on it this morning because it's looking very similar to the other ones. So I have a feeling it's gonna be the same as Journey, and like 2 days after filming this video, it's gonna have pan in it. So Woods is the last shade. I ended up using this one 8 times as well, bringing my yearly total to 18 uses. So it's right up there with the other ones. It should be hitting pan any day now. It seems to be about 20 uses out of these eyeshadows is all you really need before you hit pan, which is not very much at all. These are so shallow. And I think it was Libby said in my comments last time, these are deceptively small, shallow pans for how thick this packaging is. And I agree, I concur. Like why? Why'd they make it so, like, you would think that there would be so much shadow. There's not. Super thin eyeshadows, super quick to get through. The formula is really nice though. I know Storybook got into a lot of drama, and it's not a brand I recommend. I don't even think they exist anymore. Formula is actually pretty decent on these. And that, guys, is my entire update for my Pan That palette in February. I feel really good about where we are right now. I'm having a lot of fun with it because I'm able to dip into so many other palettes, and I like being able to share my other palettes with you in these videos as well, because I feel like when I do Pan That palette, like I said, we kind of get stuck to that one palette and we don't really see my other ones very much. So this has been such a pleasure to do. I have been having so much fun with it this time around, and I'm trying not to take it so seriously as I have the other ones. You guys know I'm a super competitive person. I wouldn't say I have a type A personality. I'm a little bit more relaxed than that, but I do get really hyper focused on things pretty easily. So sometimes stuff like this can overwhelm me and make me feel a certain way, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys are also enjoying these, and thank you for all the support on these videos. Thank you for sticking around through. I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but I've been very off, so if you have noticed and you're still here, thank you so much for sticking around, and hopefully I can talk about it soon. Things will hopefully feel a little bit better in March. And yeah, I have my 2 focus shades. The 2 reds are the ones we're going to focus on, 10 uses out of each or more. And I think from there we'll probably be close to seeing pan on a couple other shades, which very exciting. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. I am trying to upload 2 to 3 times a week. No major schedule, but 2 to 3 times a week is what I'm aiming for going forward. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And remember, there is always magic to be found, and I hope that means I see all of you in my next video. Bye.
Alright, ooh baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight, believe in the magic. On side, we'll make it feel just right. Just look at that bright light, believe in the magic. And we can save you from